Heath, I suppose the big question everyone wants to know, is there been a call made on Taylor Walker yet?
No, not yet. We've got match committee this afternoon, so no doubt his name will be talked about and the call will be made this arvo, so I'm not sure.
Obviously his form was pretty good last week. Has the way he's responded changed thinking of the club at all, do you think?
I'm not exactly sure. Look, he did recover well. He's trained this week. We had our main session this morning. We'll go back this afternoon. He'll be discussed as any other player, and they'll make a call this afternoon.
What you saw of him, did you think he made enough improvements from a 12-month layoff?
Look, he competed well. He got some reward for effort. I thought his work rate was good. Whether he's right to go, they'll make that call this afternoon.
I reckon either we had said probably 3 or 4 years ago there's going to be an SANFL showdown between the Crows and Port. Everyone would have laughed at anyone for suggesting it. It's a pretty big build-up, a fantastic opportunity, isn't it?
Oh, it's great, and the big thing is for our home game to go in the regional town of Clare to support the Red 'Uns and give something back to the town that supported them through a tragic time. It's fantastic. Hopefully they get a huge crowd and both clubs can put on a good display.
Has it been everything that your club had hoped it would be in terms of this process?
Yeah, it has. We're really looking forward to it as a club. We thank the Port Adelaide Footy Club firstly for coming and being able to compete up there with us. It's just going to be an exciting time for the young kids that don't get the opportunity to come down here and watch too many AFL games. To see both clubs filtered with some AFL players would be great.
He's just on text. What's he brought? What did he bring to the side last week? What does he bring in terms of his just leadership and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, look, last week Taylor played a role for us, and he came into the game not wanting to be about him. What people don't realise is that he's a great leader. So he played a role, but he also helped with our young kids where to set up, and for them it was an invaluable experience.
Would you expect it to be a big showdown type feeling between the two teams, even though it's in the SANFL, the rivalry there?
Oh, look, it's hard to say at the moment. It's the first time we've played. What it will be is two clubs filled with AFL players, hopefully at close to an AFL standard game of footy, and once again it's just great for the town of Clare.
Port Adelaide's form's been outstanding, Heath. How do you try and counter them this week?
Look, they have been fantastic. We've watched a couple of tapes of them. We'll go in with a way we want to play, and hopefully that's going to be good enough to put on a competitive showing against them.
Is it sort of easier to plot against them, Heath, knowing what style they'll play as compared to the other SANFL clubs?
You could argue yes, and you can argue no. Look, we had a look at their tape, and no doubt Gary and his coaches have had a look at us play. The thing with with our two clubs is that you could lose players in and out of your team, so it's hard to plot for who you're going to be up against, whereas the other SANFL clubs, you've got a bit of an idea who you're playing against each week. We'll go in there playing our style of footy, and hopefully it's good enough to, as I said, to compete against them.
You'd want more around the ball, a bit more competition around the ball than you got
in
the base?
Yeah, look, I thought they got at us and hunted us a little bit better than what we did last week, so we'll be looking for our midfield to put on a competitive showing this week.
Obviously North Clare plays South Clare as a curtain raiser. That's good for the local community to get out and have a crack before you guys get on the deck.
Yeah, you talk about rivalries, that might be a bigger one than ours this weekend, so I'm looking forward to get up there and watching those guys go at it. Hopefully that draws a huge crowd in itself, and then with us Port and Adelaide coming up, that just builds on that crowd.
Heath, match committee aside, do you think it'd be, a boost for the day to have the big fella there? It'd certainly be pretty special for the kids.
Oh, look, it'd be fantastic for the kids, but that won't be in our calculations when we go to match committee this afternoon. If the coaches feel he's ready, he'll be ready, but if not, he'll have another one in the SANFL.